we meet Jesus doing the thing he does so well, bringing people to the other side, a new side. Talitha come, little girl, get up, take my hand, come away from the side of death, take my hand, come to the side of life. Woman, your faith has made you well. Come from the side of illness, come to the side of restoration. Jesus was about bringing people to the other side, a new side of life. This is Youth Sunday, but kids, give me a minute to talk to all the old ones here, everybody over 25. Remember being a kid? Remember having dreams about the future, what it might hold for you? I don't know about you, but at one point or another, I wanted to be just about everything. Athlete, actor, writer, ventriloquist, musician, doctor, lawyer. There were a lot of dreams. And the answer to what do you want out of life or what do you want to be, for me, it kind of depended on when you asked it. I had dreams. And dreams, those plans for the future, they're really cool.
After schooling, I would like to become a nurse. I'm thinking pediatrics, more labor and delivery nurse, just because I want to help little ones.
I want to be a police officer.
A scientist.
An art teacher.
After school, I'd like to get into the ag field and work with the large corporate companies and just kind of do the ag business type of aspect in it.
I want to be a football player.
When I grow up, I want to become a nurse.
I would like to become a machinist.
I want to be a scientist when I grow up.
You got it.
Test player. I want to be a dance teacher.
A trauma nurse.
I would like to do something that involves environmental sciences.
I want to be a physical therapist.
I want to be an astronaut that paints his face while playing the trumpet.
When I grow up, I want to do something with programming.
I want to be a pediatrician, work at Disney World, be an author, and a teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a graphic designer because I want to work in a field where I think I'll enjoy it.
I want to be a babysitter.
I would like to be a scientist.
A psychiatrist.
I want to be a history professor.
I want to be a photographer.
When I'm older, I want to work in environmental science because I know that this Earth is our only planet and I think we need to save it.
I want to be a hockey player.
When I grow up, I want to be an occupational therapist because I want to help people.
I want to be a gift wrapper. I want to be a police officer when I grow up. I want to be a hairstylist and a school counselor like Mommy. Okay, I want to be a cowboy.
Yeah, Vinny wants to be a cowboy. Me too, Vinny. Pretty awesome, huh? And as I've watched this video, I've wondered, what is it that makes young people so remarkable? Why do we love watching them so much, hearing them? Why do we sit up straight when they lead worship or they tell us about their dreams? And I know the answer, as I've watched and wondered, is a little different for each of us. But I think for me at least, it's because young people are still living on the side of life where they look at the world with incredible hope. They shine with the possibilities. They look to the years ahead, and they see them as filled with promise. Yeah, our modern world has robbed them of some of that. Too much information, too much distraction, too much worry. It can make them become, well, like we can become far too early. But still, you watch that video and you see a hope there, a trust in life, a trust that God is there caring for them. It's a kind of holy hope. And as I've watched this video and I've read these lessons, I realized that the hope you see in those faces on the screen, the faces of those leading worship today, is a lot like what Jesus was handing out. And kids, this is for all of us now. Life can be hard. Life can be really, really hard. And if life is like that lake that we hear about Jesus crossing today, well, there are winds on that lake, and those winds, they can push you to a shore. They can push you to a shore that can become a shore of fatigue and monotony and sadness and pain, because life can just be like that. But Jesus comes to us on the water. And if we will let him, he will come to us bringing something precious. He will come to us with the ability to be made new, restored, to be brought to the other side. If we will really give him our pain, trust him to stand with us in this life, ask him to fill us with God's love, and then live the way God wants us to live, loving others and living out that love for them, Jesus will bring us to the other side, to another shore, to a shore where we can be filled with hope. Even when we're old and crusty, even when we're going through the worst of times. This holy hope, living in Jesus and living out God's love, I kind of think it's the fountain of youth. And I say that because I've seen it. Some of the youngest people I've ever known were over 60, 70, 80, and more. They're people who've decided to live in holy hope. And while there are wrinkles on their faces shine like the faces of those leading worship today. We can't do everything we want to do in life. We know that. None of us can do it. But I do think that Jesus, who asks us to live in this hope, says this to us, that we can still do a lot. We can still dream and act on our dreams, and Jesus will be there in that acting. This giver of hope will renew our youth. Jesus will renew our youth like an eagle's. And our young will see their visions, and our old will dream their dreams, dreams that can still come true. I've said to the kids this already this morning. I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid of getting old. You have Jesus. You have that giver of hope. Keep dreaming. Keep being all God wants you to be. And though the path will not always be clear, and that's a promise, God will not let you down, and that is a promise. And you not kids, you have that fountain too. It flows for you, and it challenges you, and it wants you to shine like a new day. Don't stop believing. You have that hope. You have that fountain of youth that is Jesus. And you'll see it's true. Jesus will bring us to the other side, to a new side, a new shore where God's love shines with hope.